They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain. That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game. Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake, Levis. He's going to air one out. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's Levis. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Tiger, Tiger. Hold on.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
We're good.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Go, 12, go. Ric Flair.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Ric Flair.
From the 50, it's Goff. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards? Did you have one of those like nets or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a bat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch. It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he won't get there. this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you. And Levis tosses his third interception of the game. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Obama.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Back to throw. Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now 3rd down and 7. Levis to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
11, turbo.
Play action. It's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. On first down, Goff. That is caught by Laporta. Touchdown! Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First and 10. Here's Levis. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Levis on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Levis looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. Down the left sideline. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 26. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have opened the lead up to 30. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed.
Here's a diving catch right side. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. But he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Levis now off of play action. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Nail it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This 2nd and 4. Levis sets up to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On first down, Levis. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
First and 10, it's Levis. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Drew Sanders make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone.
And now here's another interception. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, kill.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He's on his way. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Levis now on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Levis. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now is 2nd and 10. And Levis going back to the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it, but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 3rd down and 10. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Lions pass passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get down.
And my goodness, another interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. The try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Levis to throw off play action. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One final try here for Will Levis. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, that last touchdown did nothing to affect the score here and who was going to win the game. But I know all of our fantasy friends were eagerly watching, and some people are dancing around happy right now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8.